Hey there. Welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to show you my 3 favorite JavaScript snippets in Visual Studio Code. First question is, what are snippets? So they are the shorthand that you can use to create blocks of code and help us to write code more fast and easily. This is the Visual Studio Code documentation that you can check out if you want. I have shared the link in the description. Now we are inside the Visual Studio Code. Then click on the gear button on the below. Click on User Snippets option from the menu. Now here you have bunch of options available here. You can create new global snippet file or you can click on any existing file and edit them. I have already created this file previously, so just let me show you what can you do here. But you can create the file easily by just clicking on the New File option and giving it a name. Then you will have a page like this with some text which are commented out. Here you can see I have made 3 snippet configuration for myself. If you are a JavaScript developer, then I'm sure you are using these 3 snippets frequently. Logging to the console, getting element by ID, and using the event listener. In each of these configurations you can mark these common configuration elements: scope, prefix, body, and description. In the prefix we will give the shorthand that we want to use while using our JavaScript. Like here I'm using CL for console logging, get ID for getting element by ID, and add event for adding event listener. You have to keep in mind to separate these configuration by comma. Now let's go to our JavaScript file to see the examples. There are some predefined shorthands also, like for using console logging. You can type log and select this option for the code snippet. But let's use our shorthand that we have defined for ourselves for more comfort. Here have defined CL as prefix. We can change it according to our connivance. Let's try with CL first. Then save the file, and now let's go to our JavaScript file again. Now type CL and hit enter. See, you have the code snippet. Same as log or same as typing the whole thing, but easier of them all. You can see the tab stop is inside, but we can change that also. I'm changing it to hold the string value inside instead of the variable. So I'm adding the $1 inside to the quotes, so that it will allow us to type string into the console. Let's save it and try. Let me type in CL. Hit enter. Okay, so now we can get the whole code block by just typing in CL and hitting enter. And now we have modified it to hold string value, so I can type in the string I want here. Or I can remove the quotes and type variable names here also. Now let me revert it back. Now let's see the next configuration we have here. Get element by ID. We have typed the whole thing if we have to get the code for it. Let's see if have anything. Oh, we don't have any HTML file as of now, so no point of trying. But we have to type get element by ID for it. We have to assign it to a constant value and type the whole code block by ourselves if we are not using any kind of snippets for it. But we have defined get ID prefix for it. We have configured it inside of our user snippets that I have showed you just now. We can use that to get the code snippet easily. We just need to type get ID. So if we type get ID and select this or hit enter, it will give us the whole code block. And also it will give us the dual cursor to modify the constant or variable name. Although we have to only change the variable name, we have to write the whole thing, but we have snippets, and they are here for us to help on it. The next one we have here is Add Event Listener, but then you see a few different things that now look a little bit odd. So one of the tricky things about doing snippets inside of Visual Studio Code is that if your snippet takes more than one line, it becomes an array of strings. So what is happening in here? We have a tab stop here. Now instead of a name as L, we use the number. This is saying this is gonna be tab stop number 1, this is going to be tab stop number 2, and then the final tab stop where we want the cursor to end. Or actually, greater, fill out what's inside a function is tabs on 0, so that might be confusing. Let's take a look at this. Add an event, that's my snippet. Now let's type in add event to invoke our snippet. And then hit enter. Wow! We have the full code snippet for adding event listener now. Now you can hit type in the element which you are targeting and the type of event listener. By clicking on the tab key, you can go to the next tab stop and type in the required values. I will add these to the description so that you can use them, or you can modify it to make some other snippets for yourself. Let me know if you want any other snippets so that I can make it for you. Thank you for watching the video.